Hello and welcome to Suncorp Stadium, where I'm joined here by SBS analyst and commentator David Bashir on the back of Brisbane Roar's very successful 2-1 win over Wellington Phoenix Bash. What an outstanding display of football here tonight.
Oh, second half was brilliant, and just the entertainment value, the storylines, Devante Clout on debut scoring that goal, Luke Bratton's winner at the end, it was just brilliant, given the fact they'd lost their last two home matches, Brisbane, and they were missing some quality players, Miller Mackay, Barisha, Franjic as well. So that's something like 17, 18 goals and plenty of assists out of their lineup. And we know where Barisha's going end of season too. So a lot of turmoil in that respect. But they've reacted well. Wellington were outstanding first half. I think Ernie Merrick's his predictions of fading late came true in the end. They just couldn't handle the conditions, and overall I think the best team won.
He did cite the humidity, and obviously there was a lot of controversy surrounding his decision to bring on Leo Bertos in the second half as a substitution. He cited that it was because they'd run out of gas basically and the humidity was affecting them. But a little bit too controversial?
In the sense he didn't put in?
Well, no. And he was basically played out of position.
Well, he was a little bit, and he's been out of favour this season with Ernie Merrick. But I thought, you look at the positives. Heisingham's had a fantastic first half. Hicks was everywhere. It was almost like their energy levels just bottomed, and they couldn't pick up towards the end. And really, they had an opportunity late to equalise. But I think Brisbane showed great character tonight, given the players we mentioned that were missing. A lot of quality, and Mike Mulvey's always built this team on the structure and quality, but also on the passion and belief. And I think those two factors shone through tonight.
Wellington Phoenix now, this has put a dent in their 5-game unbeaten run. Obviously they were pursuing the 6th, but what do you think from here on out? I mean, I don't think that their position on the table really reflects just how well they're doing. They're second from the bottom. Are we going to see them climb up the top, Bash? 12 weeks of football left in the regulation season.
I think the positives so far outweigh the negatives. With Cunningham and Hernandez back, of course they're on international duty with Costa Rica. I think they'll make the top 6, and I think if they do, they'll be a factor because they've got the quality there, and I think they've also they've bought into Ernie Merrick's philosophy, and they set out tactically very well against Brisbane. We've seen a couple of teams come to Suncorp and negate Brisbane, but not for that length of time, and I think from that point of view he can really take a lot of positives in this one.
There's always been that myth about there being a bit of an issue and almost a hoodoo over Fortress Suncorp, because a lot of teams, when they do come here, they tend to get one over them. We've seen Newcastle do it, etc. But looking now at the refereeing, which of course was an interesting topic of debate, handballs, offsides, the yellow card being issued there to Thomas Broyce. Give me your pick for the worst decision tonight, Bash.
Well, Chris Beath on Thomas Broyce for diving was shocking, really. It was a clear foul, and the handball was sharp. It had to be picked up, and it wasn't. And we had the benefit of a slow-mo focused replay, like a microscope type scenario, which they don't get, obviously. So you can understand that. You'd like those picked up, but they're not. Overall, I think it was a bit inconsistent, to be honest. It wasn't the best, Mike Mulvey felt the goal was onside, but if you look at the angle of Petrados' body, the top half was off. And, to the letter of the law, that's offside.
Yeah. But on a positive note here, we're seeing the league leaders do what they do well, and that is remain at the top of the table and prove to the rest of the A-League why they are there. Thank you so much for joining us here at Suncorp. David Bashir, a very special thank you to you. The humidity is certainly a factor here. We are starting to sweat, so we'll leave you on that note.